everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. And for today, I am joined by Jake Smash. What's up, Jake? How are you?
Hey, Ivy. I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad to bring on some new content creators as we explore some of these new heroes. So I'm on the test server, first of all. We are here looking at the test server, checking out Lust, who's not even on the Forerunner server yet. She is coming to the game, as most people already know. There's a lot of hype around her. And yeah, just to be clear, the test server is a separate server, not the Forerunner server, separate from global, just a testing space for very limited content creators. So I do have permission to bring other content creators on video with me as long as they don't access my account. So there's the disclaimer. Um, but yeah, we're on to Lust. I've done a couple of these videos already, and of course she's like the one everyone's most excited for, right? I think out of all those.
I think most people are very yes.
Yeah, so so far I've done a couple where it's this is a first impressions video. We're gonna look at her kit, we're gonna say what we think of her, whether it be from the community conversations or whatever. I personally have not watched a single video. I was like, nope, I'm gonna go into this blind. And then Jake, you've watched some content on her, right? You have some opinions?
I watched a couple videos just to kind of get a baseline understanding. I haven't done like a super deep dive, but a little bit, like I said, baseline understanding so that we can talk a little bit more.
Okay, and so for you and your experience with the game, how long have you been playing? What's your deal?
So I started playing at global release. So I've been playing. I never got into Forerunner, but playing since global, and I just started doing content creation about a month ago. I was pushing for the top spot in arena, and I noticed a bug where people weren't losing points when they lost matches. So I started putting out videos to kind of bring attention to them, and then just kept going. And now my focus for the last few weeks, at least, has been I've put out a lot of videos for faction trials, trying to help
Yeah, I
people get a
noticed
better
the end
understanding
game,
of
the hard ones. Yeah.
yeah, the stage 10, 11, and 12. So I've done step-by-step walkthroughs on every single faction trials. I've done using certain champs, trying to help more people build up their pantheon better. I've been focusing kind of on that and on account takeovers, trying to help people clear the gear raid
Okay.
stages.
So you have mostly end game focused content, but with helping people progress through takeovers as well. So a little bit of
Yeah,
everything.
so
Okay.
far, I try to kind of try to strike a balance between both player bases. Only so many
Yeah.
people are endgame.
Exactly. You
So
don't want to be too niche and then no, like, yeah, it's the
yeah,
mm,
the
no.
biggest thing for me is I enjoy teaching, I enjoy coaching, I enjoy helping people. So
Okay.
I really am having a lot of fun helping coach people through gear raid stages and aim, upping their guild boss damage, and just helping folks progress.
All right, cool. And guys, yeah, he has a smaller YouTube channel. We got to help him grow. So make sure you guys go check the link, hit that subscribe button, show some love, give him some views, check out the content. Definitely helpful. There's a lot of really good knowledge there, so it's good to see. But hopefully we can help get you rolling.
Thank you so much. I really
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
So now, all right, let's get into it. We got this girl here on this screen. You can't miss her. I mean,
Are
we
you
have to
ready
start.
for this cinematic? That
Maybe.
is the question.
I
It's
clicked it
spicy.
and then I clicked off of it and I was like, no. So, okay, as you can see, this girl, gorgeous graphics. I mean, she's got Demon Spawn from Raid written all over her. Sorry to compare, but you kind of have to when you see the demon high heels as well. Just saying.
Absolutely. That was
She's got
something that my
a
wife
little
and I used to
booty.
joke about,
Okay.
actually. Sorry,
The demon
was that
heels.
almost every single female character in Raid had heels. There was
Yeah,
only like one or two that didn't,
as if they're totally battling in high heels. Exactly,
right?
right. And as if demons have feet shaped like that. Sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, she's a spicy one. You guys know I love my jiggle physics. We have some jiggle, but it's tassels. We definitely have some jiggle, but you know what? Other stuff is not jiggling that should be jiggling. I think there's
Your
plastic surgery.
traditional jiggle physics will come into play in the video.
Okay, I was gonna say, why are we not jiggling? Are these a little bit enhanced. Maybe. But no, okay, the cinematic. All right, a lack of continuity. I don't know. The jiggle physics is lacking continuity then. All right, let's do it. Oh man. Oh, I'll play this with audio in the maybe actually no, we'll skip it. Skip the audio. We don't need it. She's got the same vibe as Valderon in the editing style. Oh, and like coming up to arrogance, okay.
A little bit more going on here than the Valderon video.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, hello. Hey girl, hey. It's spicy. Okay. That was spicy. Whoa. Wait, is there okay, now I have to know if there is audio. Let me turn it on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on my end, but I'm gonna... Okay, there's some sound.
I love the smell of entrails in the morning.
The whip cracks.
Let's whip them like the dogs they are. Down on your knees.
Down on your knees.
With each soul claimed, my power grows.
With each soul claim, my power grows, she says. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. I know it's a lot of females probably don't, but or I know Fastidious always is like, I don't want to see Livian's video. Like, oh come on. I love me a waifu game. I love me the sexy characters. I say bring it on. I like it. What do you think?
I think I'll agree to a point, right? Not knowing the audience, right? You have to be able to strike a balance, I think.
That's true.
From the creation side of things, right? For us,
Yeah.
for adults, yeah, absolutely, have fun with it. But I think there's a balance to be found, a line that you probably shouldn't
That's
cross, knowing
fair.
that there's probably younger players as well, or players that just like Fastidious, like you said, just don't really appreciate it.
I guess you're right. You kind of have like, if the game isn't all about that, then they probably should be a
Yeah.
little careful how far they push it because, like, this game that technically the terms of service say 13 years old. It's a little risky for a 13-year-old. I mean, parents of 13-year-olds probably don't want the tassel jiggle physics and the booty grabbing, but
Yeah, probably not advocating for that yet.
yeah, it might be a little. This might be a little much for considering a younger audience, but to be fair, the majority of the audience is definitely older. But yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know. I like it personally, but I could see why some people might be a little bit like, ooh, a little too much, maybe. But all right, graphics aside, I mean, we had to start with the graphics because that's the obvious. There has been some leaked images. We know that she's gonna be part of an event, and the image with arrogance is pretty spicy as well that I've seen. But yeah, so the assumption for this lovely lady here is she's going to be a limited hero, and we are assuming it'll be like the past ones where there's 250 summons to get her guaranteed. We're assuming.
Yes.
We haven't 100% confirmed that as far as the summoning banner goes, but that's what people are assuming and excited for, right?
Yes, that's what it appears to be. There's been, like you said, some imaging, right? Says that she is limited, and previous
Yeah.
limited heroes have been 250. So more than likely, that's what's going to be in a couple weeks.
So even regardless of her, like what I love in this game is the bond skill. I'm gonna start there actually because our buddy Arrogance, we love Arrogance. He's a great character in this game, and I love that the bond skills don't require you to use them together in battle. Just owning the hero enables a bond skill. So that really unique,
just having
right?
them in your roster. I think it's kind of unique. I think it's really fun. I think it adds an extra layer there, especially with a team like this with her bond skill and his bond skill. it's powerful. Or, Silas and Vierna, it makes a big difference
Yeah.
in the capability of the hero.
All right, so let's start at the top here. So she's a fighter, normal damage, not magic damage. All right, the lashes of lust possess potent magic. Those whipped by her may either succumb to the ecstatic agony or pant and flush, swept by a tame desire. I'm sure she has a story. We'll read that later.
I actually enjoy reading them.
Yeah.
I read them with all the new champs that come out, at least.
Nice.
I think
That's
it's
one thing
fun.
I keep meaning to do that at the end of the videos, but then I always forget. Is like I should just read the lore, like nice soft ASMR, just read the lore.
Some of them, the ones that are getting released, not all of the champs, but they're kind of wordy, honestly.
They
So
are.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I enjoy reading in general, so I enjoy reading them. But um, reading it to an audience, I don't know. I don't know if there's, I don't know if that people would like it or not.
So she's obviously a bond pair with Arrogance. Arrogance has quite an interesting story as well. If anyone likes her story and stuff, definitely read Arrogance's story. It's an interesting one. He's a triplet. He was cursed by Zilla to his sister.
Mm-hmm.
The marks on him are from from her, and it's pretty interesting.
His bow, I think, is like his own wings that he ripped off,
Oh,
something like that.
yeah, it's pretty
They're
intense.
interesting.
All right, so now let's take a look at her. She has a really interesting range for a fighter.
Yeah,
Because
she's
the whip, the
only.
whip.
Yeah.
Aha.
So the whip can reach all around her. It's 12 tile range. She's the only
Okay.
fighter in the game currently. She's not released yet, but when she is released, she'll be the only
Yeah.
fighter with that attack range.
Right. That's like the Dolores and like Hatsit type.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So multi-strike, burst damage, rage restoration. Then her talent here, for every 2 ultimates activated by faction allies of the Nightmare Council, including the hero will trigger Sinful Lash 1 time, which deals 300 damage to a random enemy in range. Every 2 ultimates, you just get a bonus damage.
Yeah, including her. So the more Nightmare folks you have on the team, the more often this is going to be kicking off. And it synergizes really, really well with passives and with her first awakening.
Okay. Makes sense why she's going to excel in Guild Boss, right? That's kind of the assumption.
Absolutely.
And what we've
She's
seen.
going to be fantastic.
Okay, let's start. Let's go. Continuous attack for her basic. Randomly, I haven't seen it worded like that before. It's different. Randomly attacks enemies in range 2 times, each dealing 80% damage with a 15% chance to attack allies instead. If the target is an ally, deals damage equal to 5% of the target's current HP. So she actually accidentally hurts her allies along the way. I do remember. Kind of.
But you'll see in one of the passives it synergizes really well, and B, it says 5% of current HP, so it's not max HP. So she'll never be able to kill anyone.
That's true.
And even if someone is down at only 100 health left, it'll only do 5 damage.
Yeah.
So it's really negligible as far as the damage inflicted to allies, and it actually boosts them.
All right. Okay, so Punishing Pace is her ultimate, which is a manual trigger. During the ultimate, deals 20% more damage, and each basic attack lands 4 lashes in a row, lasting for 15 seconds. All right. Let's see this animation. That's cool. I like the whip animation. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we can get it down to 800, which isn't dirt cheap, but it's not super expensive either. 800's not bad at all. And since it just enhances the basic attack, she's a Infernal Roar will work.
Oh yeah, definitely. Infernal Roar is a very good shout. You're right. That's perfect. And we're farming that right now.
Absolutely.
Maybe by the
non-stop.
I don't know, almost probably just ending as the time this video goes out. But yeah, hopefully you guys farmed your Infernal Roar before you get your last. All right, so her passive Ecstasy Every sinful lash is triggered. Increases attack speed by 30, stacking up to 30 times. So we have 90 increased attack speed potential. Is that what that means? Right?
90 unskilled.
Okay.
And then
then,
once you skill it up, it'll be 43
Okay.
times, which is 120. And so just to kind of put that into perspective, her base attack interval is 2.6 seconds. And so if you don't put any attack speed on her at all, which no one will ever do, but even if you didn't put any, once that maxes out at 120 attack speed, that gets her down to like 1.8 second interval. It
Wow,
takes
without
up
even
almost a full-
extra. Okay.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
very useful.
All right. Her cost is 20, a little higher than, so I guess it's like Valk I'm used to using, a little higher for the fighters, but interesting.
A little
Okay.
higher. Yeah, I think arrogance is 18. Not terribly high, but a little
And
bit.
4,400 for her base attack.
Fairly low base attack.
Interesting.
There's actually
yeah.
half a dozen epic fighters that have a higher base attack than her.
Yeah, that didn't sound high for a fighter when you know that Ardea has like 8,000.
She's disgusting though. She's so good.
I know.
I want her so bad.
Me too.
But she has great multipliers, and her kit synergizes so well that it makes up for the low base attack.
All right, let's see the other part then here. Agonizing Delight. Gains 20% damage increase upon dealing damage to allies with a basic attack, lasting for 4 seconds. If the targeted ally belongs to the Nightmare Council, there's a 40% chance to restore 10% rage for the target. Oh, so you purposefully want them to get hit so they're getting rage boosted.
Yeah, so when she hits her allies, not only is she getting increased damage for the next attack, but then her allies boost rage, and kind of like when she hits them and it's 5% of current HP, since it's 10% rage, that's just for the target, right? So if it's Wrath with a 300 rage cap, it'll only do 30, but if it's someone with 800, it'll recover 80.
Right. Okay.
So again, it's beneficial regardless of who it's hitting or the situation.
All right, I like it. Yeah, this definitely has guild boss written all over it. All right, and her part of the bond skill here, once you have arrogance, during the ultimate deals 20% extra damage. All damage dealt to enemies inflicts burning. Ooh. There's a lot of good synergy there with burning heroes, yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate is already increasing damage of the basic by 20%, and this will be additive on that, so it'll be essentially a 1.4 multiplier. And then the burning on top of it is your standard 5-second burn that like Zilla 2 puts out.
Yeah. And then let's see her awakenings. So awaken 1, sinful lash inflicts defense reduction. Ooh, minus 20%. Yeah. Okay, try to pull for multiple copies. One thing I like about the limited heroes and the way they do the banners is at least it's not only like in Raid where you get the hero and it just goes away and that's it. It's a 10 times as well here. So you have a 10 times chance to get the hero, period. And you can keep pulling on it, just pretend it's a normal 10 times banner and try to get multiple copies. So people will definitely wail out for this girl.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, people are going to wail for her, especially for her A5.
Oh boy.
But that defense reduction, that's really rare. Only a few other champs, Ardea is one of them, that have that defense reduction.
20.
That's big.
So her Awaken 3, upon reaching full ecstasy stacks, gains an additional 20% attack speed.
Yep.
All the attack speed, nice. Yeah, definitely an Infernal Roar girl. All right, penetration, 8%, which is even funnier reading that when we're talking about her. I normally don't giggle at that, but you know, this character is just all about that.
It fits.
Though. It does. Awaken 5 here. During the ultimate, basic attack lands 6 lashes in a row instead of 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's the disgusting one. So if she's surrounded by Nightmare allies, A, she's boosting tons of rage, and B, if she's not hitting them, she's hitting tons of times. And with Infernal Roar adding the 40%, it's just, it's nutty. Dan Heilman
That's
did a
awesome.
test,
Hmm.
video that I watched of him where A0 Lust outdamaged his A5 Hex. And
Oh
then
my
once he put
goodness,
her up to
really?
A5, she went from like 90 to 160 million damage in Guild Boss. It was
Wow.
disgusting.
And the same team, all things considered.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll definitely. I was gonna say, is there any which content did you watch that you think? All right, I'll be sure to link Dan's video in the description below as well, to give proper credit. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'll actually watch it now that I've seen her. But I kind of wanted, because I hadn't seen anything yet when we talked. I was like, you know what? I'll be the blind one, and you can have your opinion. And then sometimes I'll do collabs where we both already have an opinion. Sometimes we'll both be going in blind. I think it's kind of fun to mix up the perspectives.
Yeah.
But I think you could read this kit. There's no way you wouldn't scream Guild Boss. But what about
Yeah.
elsewhere in the game? What are your opinions on her elsewhere in the game?
So she's going to be a champ that's she's not absolutely broken like Praetus or Valderon, but absolutely top tier, useful anywhere that you can use her, especially for
Anywhere you need a
progression.
fighter.
Right.
Yeah.
So top tier in Guild Boss, but then if you're progressing, if you're still early in the game and you get her in a couple weeks, absolutely will help you smash campaign. Absolutely will help you with Gear Raid 1. Absolutely will help you in Void Rift. Absolutely will help you in faction trials.
And her
The
unique like tiling
yeah.
allows you to put a defender around her in different spots, allows
Yep.
you to put her in weird spots that you normally can't
Yep.
put a fighter. So yeah, I kind of thought that sounds like, yeah, again, and anywhere you need a fighter, she'll probably be just fine.
Yeah, so she'll probably be most useful if you're struggling faction trials, absolutely. But then Guild Boss, Void Rift, and the Immortal Codex, the Conqueror stage, where Cyrus is the boss, she'll be absolutely useful there. Very very
Okay.
useful there. So
Oh yeah. Codex for sure. That's true. All right, so I want to click real quick. Let's check out, for those of us that haven't looked at the Arrogance one yet. His side of the bond skill, obtain lust and increases attack by 15% during the effect of Hellfire. So solid again, both of them just great damage boosts.
yeah, both of them just boost their ult, and attack is king in this game. The more attack you have, the
Yeah.
better because of the way the damage is calculated. So just a straight 15% bonus, that's huge.
Awesome. And he's so good everywhere.
He really is.
So that's a really cool pairing. I'm excited for her, that's for sure. When I clicked her, I swear that it was like an awkward jiggle when you click her. Wait, what the hell? Okay, here we go, jiggle physics. Oh, no, it didn't do it, I swear. It was, oh, did it? A little shaky. Oh no, it was weird. I swear I noticed a weird glitch. The game's playing tricks on my eyes now. You can't look away, you can't help it. I'm a dude with this stuff, I'm terrible. All right. So yeah, all right, emulating sadist, that's funny. They both have weird names. His name is like related to like his demonic name.
Yeah, something with a Z. I can't even ever remember
it's
what.
Like Zulil, I don't know.
Keel or something.
Zukiel, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, as his story explains it, his demon tongue,
Yep.
how he's called with his demon tongue. Yep. Really cool. All right, so I think, oh, there's the jiggle again. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be one of those people that tries to play it conservatively for the next couple weeks. I was willing to pull for one more 1+1. I was like, I don't see why not. It's a couple weeks away. And you can get her early. That's the good thing. It's like you don't have to go to 250 if they do that. So there's the chance still. So even if people don't have 250, it's still probably gonna be worth a shot to get her, you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's so good that she'll absolutely be worth pulling for. The banner's supposed to be in 2 weeks. So if we save until then, definitely top tier for anyone who pulls her. Like Captain Reeve, I pulled him in 20, and then Falsier took me all the way to pity at 250. So you don't really know what you're gonna get, but absolutely
I
worth pulling
pulled
for.
Gwendolyn at 200. I should have went to another banner, popped a pity, then went back to that banner, but I didn't think of that till afterward. 200. I was like, come on, game. Why you gotta do that to me? But we're, of course, guys, we are 100% speculating based on the rumor mill
Yes.
for the most part. And this could change. Like, they could be like, you know what, all you leakers of information, we're going to change it all. Like, who knows? So let's 100% wait until we see what's coming. But play it safe for those of you that really do want to save for a character that's really unique. Save your summons, probably. At least have some on the side ready, or be willing to spend a little. This might be the time to splurge. A heads up, there's some really cool stuff to come that I will be announcing soon with one of the payment processors for some bonus diamonds when you spend. So I will have info on that soon. And we are going to be, it'll be a good time to maybe splurge, treat yourself, and be willing to try to get someone really unique. I definitely regret not getting Captain Rev myself.
He's I use him in Immortal Codex, and that's really it, honestly.
That's
I
true.
like him.
The
I like
gold
his
bonus
kit.
is nice.
Yeah, the gold bonus is nice. I guess I do use him in all of my farming teams just for a little extra gold. But yeah, he's a cool champ, but not super.
But she's probably our most exciting exclusive to get.
She absolutely is so far.
All right, cool. All right, I think that's a good place to wrap up. Thank you again, Jake, for joining me. Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. Yeah, that's all. Thanks for your time.
All right, guys, and thank you for watching. Make sure you go give Jake a sub and check out his channel as well. We will have a collab over on his channel too, so you'll see that as well. And we'll see you in the next video.